Hey, Shalom. First off, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kwakadash. Yahweh, who the world only calls God. Yahweh Shai, who the world only calls Jesus. I want to give it up honor to the apostles of Great Millstone Hearts taught me this truth. I want to give a peace and blessings to the Akim across the four corners of the earth who teach this truth and risk their life to do so. It's going to be a quick video. Lord, the video's edifying. Only I can get something from this video. Quick video, man, through the spirit and transit, man. Just want to touch on a couple different things regarding the Northern Kingdom, and the things that's going on. Where I'm from, out here on the West Coast, it's the state I'm from is predominantly Northern Kingdom, and you see what's going on. You see the effects of, you see what happens when Esau want to show his horns, man. You know what I mean? You got people getting snatched up. I was watching hella videos today on ICE, going in houses, man. Raiding houses, raiding businesses. You know what I'm saying? Taking Issachar, from their house, from their job, putting them in the back of, damn near kidnapping them, man. You know what I'm saying? It looked like that. Because they wasn't worried about nothing else but getting certain Issacharites that they say that it's not supposed to be here, right, into them SUVs and to wherever they taking them, man. You know what I'm saying? To them cages they taking them to, right? And why I'm saying that, because I saw a video today where, you had a Issacharite. He was throwing rocks and bottles and shit at ICE or whatever, and they weren't even, they were blocking shit, but they weren't really tripping. They were just after who they were after, man. You know what I'm saying? And the target is right now is on Northern Kingdom, man, because you got other tribes that's getting caught up in that as well. You know what I'm saying? But I'll tell you this, man. You Issacharites, man, which are you so-called Mexicans, right? You Issacharites some of y'all are willingly ignorant, man. You know what I'm saying? And some of y'all need to see just, how devilish the so-called white man is, man. How devilish the Edomite is, man. You're getting a rude awakening, because it's been years. It's been years where y'all sided with the so-called white man, man. Niggas go to jail and got to fight against y'all and the so-called white man because y'all hand in hand, buddy to buddy, elbow to elbow with each other, doing each other tattoos and all kind of wicked shit y'all doing. Worshiping gods and, that which are no gods and idols and all that. You go into an Issacharite house, you know what I'm saying? They got idols. Most of them are Catholic. They got candles and shit with Caesar Borgia on it. Different saints, necklaces. They have children and get a Catholic type jewelry piece and put it around the baby neck. You know what I'm saying, y'all? And then they got some shit that they say in Spanish. Basically saying that make the race, how they say it, make the race clean or something like that. And what that usually means, or what it means, is that they would mingle with Edomites, man. And the lighter you are as far as the Northern Kingdom, the more you're looked at as if the more superior you are. You know what I mean? And y'all got it all wrong. Y'all got it fucked up. Because you got a lot of Issacharites, and I'm not talking, I ain't telling you nothing I don't know, man. I'm talking from experience. You got a lot of Issacharites that do not fuck with the Northern Kingdom, man. And it would treat Judah as they'll try to treat Judah like how the so-called white man treat him. But I always grew up telling Issacharites, like, look, man, the same reason why you speak Spanish is the same reason why I speak English, man. You know what I'm saying? We got a common fucking enemy. I don't need to be warned with you. You don't need to be warned with me. And then we came into the truth, and I grew up fighting Issacharites, man. You know what I'm saying? And getting into it with Issacharites. Matter of fact, one of my biggest enemies in the world at the time was the Issacharite, man. That nigga was looking, to try to kill me, man. You know what I'm saying? And, the Lord had it to where he ended up, getting into an armed, he robbed somebody. He got caught in an armed robbery case, and he ended up getting caught in a high-speed chase on a freeway. It's on Google and shit. You know what I'm saying? And he ended up going to jail. And this is like right before I came into the truth. And he's still in jail. You know what I'm saying? So, it's been years. You know You know what I mean? But it goes to show you, like, a lot of you so-called Mexicans has teamed up with the so-called white man, and you look at Judah, like Judah ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And when Judah, go through it, you got some Issacharites that won't say nothing. You got some Issacharites that agree with this shit, man. I used to work with Issacharites, man, on the job. Them motherfuckers, you walk past, certain Issacharites in the world, man, whispering to each other, calling you shit in Spanish. You knowing you don't speak Spanish. Talking shit, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't until I got into the truth to where I was like, man, them are brothers. And I always, because some of my closest friends in the world was Issachar. You know what I'm saying? But when I got into the truth, it solidified that, okay, why are we so similar? We both grew up in the hood. You know what I'm saying? We both have similar backgrounds. You know what I mean? You just have a Spanish background and a Spanish type of culture, and, niggas got so-called black culture. But when you really break shit down, all that shit really be this, similar. Just different language. That's all it be, man. You know what I mean? But y'all starting to see what the fuck we've been talking about, man. And right now, the tribe of Issachar is getting it. They getting judged. All the tribes gonna get judged. You know what I'm saying? But, y'all love that Caesar Borgia, man. Y'all love y'all idols. Y'all love that picture. Y'all love that blonde-haired, blue-eyed devil. And this is who is behind a fucking attack. And I ain't lying, man. Look, I'll tell you like this. I ain't gonna say who it is, but I have a family member, right? Who has a sister, and she's Issachar. And her husband is obviously don't have papers, right? And she voted for Trump. You know what I mean? So it just goes. You got some Mexicans for it. You got some Mexicans not for it. You know what I'm saying? And then got something to say when people are getting snatched up. Motherfuckers, they calling off for work because they scared that they're gonna get pulled over and not go back home. You know what I mean? And there's nothing nobody could do. The protesting ain't gonna work. It don't work. It don't work. Because if it worked the first time, you wouldn't have had to do it again. Shit don't work, man. All it do is calm shit down for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And Esau right the fuck back up, man. You know what I mean? Esau right the fuck back up. But now now you see. But Esau gonna eventually try to attack all the tribes, man. Esau gonna try, because that's what Esau is against the tribes, man. I have another family member that was like, man, they ain't getting them Asians out of here. They ain't getting them Indians and all them Ishmaelites and all that. They ain't getting them out of here. Because they're all in cahoots with each other. You know what I mean? The enemy ain't the heathen. When it comes to the heathen, the real enemy is Israel, man. It's us. And Jake gotta wrap your mind around that, man. So you gotta come back to the Lord, man. The Father name is Yahweh. The Son name is Yahweh Shai. Not Jehovah, not Jesus. You gotta drop that shit, man. Y'all love that. Y'all love Jesus. Y'all love Jesus. You go in your house, you got his picture on your fucking walls, man. The jury y'all got what them shits called, man? Brothers know what I'm talking about. Rosaries. All around your neck, all kind of like, bro. I had got to a conversation with an Issacharite man who's close to the family. And we was on the phone for 2 hours, man. 2 hours. He's a Catholic. And he was asking me questions about the truth. And I'm like, man, okay, cool. You want to ask the questions? All right, bro. Well, it's better if you didn't know and not do it. That's what the scripture say. So I'm answering all the questions that he got. He's kind of disagreeing on certain things, but, certain things he not really disagreeing on. You know what I'm saying? Certain things, like, man, I got to look into it. That makes sense. But, he was thinking that. One thing he kept getting hung up on was baptism and how the Catholics are right and how I'm like, bro, listen, let me tell you something about, you got to be washed by the water of the word, bro. You people get dunked in water all the motherfucking time and still come out wicked. You know what I'm saying? They both come up more wicked than when they got dipped, man. You know what I mean? So, Jake man, it just, I'm telling my look, you will, because, when you come into this truth, you change. So baptism, when you get dunked in that water, you're supposed to change. You're supposed to change, man. You're supposed to be, a new creature. How many Christians are Catholic people get baptized and be right back on the bullshit? Motherfucker be right back on the bullshit like it never happened, man. Motherfucker finna go hit the weed. He finna go hit the cigarette. He finna go do this. He finna go do that. He finna go commit adultery. He finna do all kind of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? But when you come into this truth, right, you understand the fear of the Lord. You understand the terror of the Lord. You understand that, oh shit, I was going off. You have a deeper understanding, and you begin to change because you start repenting and you begin to change, man. And you start working on the new man. When you go to Colossians, the 3rd chapter, it talks about the new man. And then you're supposed to add attributes to the new man. Righteous attributes. And put off the old man with his deeds, as the scriptures say. You know what I mean? But man, yeah, you got and then you got Issacharites, man, that, you go into their store and all, they treat you like, you Southern King, they treat you like shit. But really, we've been at war with each other since after Solomon, since after Solomon, since the kingdom split. And you had the Southern Kingdom and you had the Northern Kingdom. Ephraim being like the head of the Northern Kingdom and Judah being the head of the Southern Kingdom, man. You know what I mean? But we're all, it's not no tribe war, man. We're all Israelites, man. From Judah all the way down to Gad. We are Israelites, man. We're brothers. We're brothers, man. See, Judah and Ephraim is so focused on each other and warring with each other that a lot of motherfuckers in the world miss who the enemy actually is. He came and stole the land and told you to, because really Arizona, California, New Mexico, Texas, Washington, all that was, I think Colorado, if I'm not mistaken. Bros could correct me if I'm wrong, please do. Mexico, that was all Mexico. Then you had this white boy come over here and steal, rape, rob, murder. You know what I'm saying? Beat your culture up out of you and gave you, his culture. You know what I'm saying? And then now you're talking about get the fuck off his stolen land, and he stole it. So yeah, you damn right. Esau got a price to pay. Esau gonna get his head knocked the fuck off. Esau is gonna be exterminated. When you go to Obadiah, it talks about there should be no more remaining. The scriptures say there should be no more remaining of the house of Esau, and you see why. And it's gonna get worse. This ain't even bad. It's finna get worse. Man, I seen a pregnant lady get hemmed up, man, online. I couldn't even watch the whole thing, man. I had to skip right past her. She pregnant, he doing her bad. You know what I'm saying? But hey, bro, it's just, Jake got to wake up, man. But unfortunately, 2/3 of our people are just going to have to, suffer on the side and get, get knocked off on the side, man. And go through these sad perils. Lord willing, I'm not a 2/3. Lord willing, I'm a part of the elect of the 1/3, man. That's what my hope is. But yeah, it's gonna get worse, man. It's gonna get worse. Like, it is. This motherfucking devil is the whooping stick. You know what I mean? But scripture say what? If you please the Lord, he will make your enemy to be even at peace with you. So we have to please Yahweh Yahweh Shai, man. Not these false idols, these false gods, none of that. We have to please the Lord in order to be defended, man. Okay, so with that, man, Lord, the video is edifying. Lonely, I give God something for this video. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakadash.